The second thing I want to talk about actually is parents and children. So I want to talk about parents and children. When this is a message to the children, really. When your mother and father tell you what to do, and I'm not talking about staying up late or playing computer games and stuff like that. I'm talking about putting things into your systems or behaving in a particular way. Why do your parents think like that? The probability of your parents being part of the system is quite high. They sent you to the same school that they went to. Might be literally the same school, or it might be metaphorically the same school. The same type of programming that they got is the same type of programming that you got. So they want you to work off the same type of program they have. Now, if they believe in the system and they believe in all the things that are going on and you don't, you have authority to disagree with your parents. There's nothing wrong with that. And if your parents disagree with you disagreeing on philosophical topics to do with ideologies, your parents are fuckwits. You shouldn't listen to your parents. What you should do is you should go straight to the source. You should start reading books, reading texts, investigating, listening to evidence, and trying to get some sort of harmony on the situation. So you don't have to listen to your parents. I know in the Bible it says, respect your parents, but before you respect your parents have got to respect themselves, and then they've got to respect you. Because it says in the Bible, know thyself, right? So you should know yourself before you have children. Because if you don't know who you are and then you go and have children, you're going to bring them up with the same problems that the system has indoctrinated into you. Because when you know who you are, you go through a purification process. Because who you are is spirit. Who you are is God. So if you can understand who you are, then you're going to get closer to God. When you get closer to God, you're going to get a direct link to God. When you get a direct link to God, you're going to get information, and you're going to understand behavior and morals and how to do things and how to be and how to present yourself. So the information comes from up there. When you understand who you are, then you'll be able to help other people. But if you're a moron and you go and get some girl pregnant and she's a moron, and then you tell your kid to believe in what you believe in, your kid's going to become a moron. And when your kid disagrees with the moronicness of your moronicism, and you try to suppress him and stop him growing and becoming a conscious person to keep him on the same basic moronic level as you are committing a crime. So the best thing a child can do is, when they're faced with moronic parents, is just to wait it out, to educate yourself, try and go along with the stuff. But if you fundamentally disagree with things that your parents are doing to you, is a test for you. So if your parents are trying to put something into your system, or they're trying to tell you to do something and you fundamentally disagree with it, you have all the right in the world not to do it, because it's your body. Now, the law here is one thing, but spiritual law is something else. Spiritual law and law down here, they don't always get on. For instance, cheating. If you wish to cheat, it's not against the law in Western countries. In Muslim countries, you get your penis chopped off. But in Western countries, we just circumcise people still. But that's not because you're cheated. It's just for other clinical reasons. Spiritual laws and common law and societal law and country law and international law are different. Spiritual law is something completely different, and sometimes you've got to weave in between. You've got to be quite careful about what you do. Cheating's wrong. Spiritually, cheating's very bad on a woman. It's very, very, very bad. But on earth, it's not a problem. And so you don't need to listen. There's a lot of people that you don't need to listen to. And if your parents are part of the system and they fall into the trap of the system, you don't need to fall into the trap as well.